All right, let's make this accordion. So, kind of like how I just added this little P element to do my read more, we're just going to go ahead and inside of this, for the second paragraph section, we're going to add our accordion. But really, it could be placed anywhere. All right. So, what we're going to do is we're going to set up buttons. So, button, and let's just go ahead and put our class in here. So, button class equals quotes, and we're just going to call it the accordion BTN. Okay. And then inside the button, we'll just call interesting facts about tone. Okay. So actually, let's do, just to make this a little bit easier to see, I'm just going to go ahead and put this like that. Okay. And then underneath this, we're going to make a div that will be the content that is revealed. So it's going to be div class, and then we're just going to call this the accordion panel, PNL. Okay. And then our content will be in here. So this could be anything. So I'm just going to do paragraphs just because they're easiest. I'm going to say he is not interesting, obviously. Move along. Okay. And that's what we're going to do. So we're going to have a button that you click on, and then that will reveal this section. So it's somewhat similar to what we did earlier. I'm just going to copy and paste this to make it a little bit easier. So Control C, Control V, Control V. We're just going to do 3, but you could make as many of these as you want because they're using classes and IDs. It's really not that big of a deal. I'm just going to change what's inside of these. So we're just going to go ahead, and I'm just going to do a cone joke. And then let's put it in here. And we're going to say, heard a microchip making all sorts of awful puns. Turns out it was made of silicone. You regret this, don't you? All right, so that's a great joke. Obviously, feel free to use that. You know, it'll be the life of the party if you use that joke. And then last one, I'm just going to change the content here. So Cone's friend list. And we're just going to go ahead and we're just going to change this. And I'm just going to do ... And then we'll just do another P. And we'll say ... in progress. Okay. So there we go. So that's the basic lump sum of it. So we just have a button, and then we have a div, and we can put in whatever we want inside here. You can do a whole bunch of stuff, right? You could put, your responsive stuff in there and actually have like columns and things, but we're going to call that good. That's what we need there. Now, the other thing I want to do is I just want to add some CSS to these, right? I have these buttons and classes. So let's go ahead and go to the top. We already made the style here, so we can just go ahead and place it inside. So I'm going to do dot accordion button, right? So for our button class, and I'm going to say background color is what I wanted. Background color, and I'm just going to do RGB, and it's 246, 148, 35. Okay, and then we'll do the color, and 444. Okay, and then we'll do cursor. I don't know why I'm bothering with some of these. Pointer, and then batting. We're just trying to do general things to kind of make it work a little bit better. 18px, and width. I'm just going to make sure it goes all the way across, so 100%. And then text, text hyphen align, and we're going to do left. And then border, I'm going to do none. I don't wish to have a border. And outline, and we'll also do none on the outline. And then the transition, we'll go ahead and do, where are you? 0.4 seconds. Okay. Okay, so that will be that, and I'm just going to put this up here. And then we'll go ahead and do the next one. You can just look underneath and just type this out quicker. I'm literally just going to, it'll be highlighted, the CSS. I'm just writing this out. So, but I like to do it in camera, recorded. That way there's nothing like missing. So this and accordion button hover. Okay, so it's a pseudo element. I'm just gonna, this is just basically so it's lighter when you click on it, and it's background color. When you click on it, and also when you hover over it, it will be. So boom, CCC, great. Oops, hang on. So once you get, if you can just copy and paste it, to be honest. Once you get that done, you can just go ahead and go to the next one, and then accordion panel, and padding. We'll do 0 and 18px. Oops, enter. And background color will be, oops, white. And display will be none by default, right? Because by default, I don't want to show my display. And the overflow, we are going to make hidden. And that just, the overflow hidden, it just keeps it from showing the scrolly bar stuff. It just makes it cleaner looking. You'll notice actually if you look on below with the examples, notice there's no scroll bar on the side. You can actually scroll up and down in that. I just took the scroll bar out because it's not considered, it's not good looking. Although it doesn't, they need something that lets you know that you can scroll. But I'm sure I could probably add something that makes it a little more obvious, but I just didn't. Okay, so we can go ahead and save this, and then we can preview this and Control R, and you'll see that now we have those things, but notice that the content isn't there because I removed those. Although these should have been orange by default, so I think I must have screwed up a color or something. Let me see. Accordion button says it's that color. Is that the color? Is that the right color? That seems wrong. I don't know. Let me go like that. Let's save that. Maybe that'll make it fix it. Control R. Oh, whoops. That's not what I wanted. I wanted that dark gray. Hang on a second. I meant the background color. It's not what I like. Oh, because I did 1481. That ain't right. Let me see. What color did I want? To 148. That explains why it's weird. All right. See, this is why you got to preview things. Control R. That still isn't right, but I'll figure this out. But you can do whatever color you. Oh, it's in a comma. There we go. Now it's right. Okay. So yeah, that should be good. Good. Okay. So now that works good. And you can see that transition. See how it fades into the color? That's what that transition's for. Oops, not this one. Oh, it was this one. That's what this transition's for. It's just to fade between the two. Anyway, yeah. So that's good. Go ahead and go to the next one. We have the basic setup. So now all we have to do is the actual JavaScript, and we're gonna do that all in the next slide.